Good afternoon, crypto degens. How are you doing this fine afternoon? I'm doing quite well myself. I still have a little cold. So the market is down like 1.7%. I did notice in the top gainers this meme coin called Gastown up like 500%. So ridiculous. Has no website, like no X profile, no Telegram profile, absolutely nothing. You just throw it up there on pump.fun and it just goes to the moon. So anyways, Paul Barron says, Clarity Act now on pause for tomorrow. Much to get ironed out. Continue to voice your opinion to your senators on what you want from this bill. He is not happy. I am not happy about this bill. A lot of people are not happy, and for good reason. All of that I discussed in the previous video. Cryptos are us. No bill is better than a bad bill. So CNBC laid out why the crypto market structure markup got pulled. This has real problems. Coinbase pulled support, calling it worse than the status quo. He flagged reduced CFTC authority and limits on rewards for users. He means that the SEC would have more control than the CFTC in the end, and users wouldn't get yields from stablecoins. At the same time, major banks complained the same provisions were too favorable to crypto and could pull deposits out of the banking system. Well, yes, that would be a good thing, actually, because we would get better returns from the stablecoins. That's a sign the framework wasn't ready. Basically, I think people have lobbyists, or whatever the word is, like the people that fund campaigns, and they have influence over the politicians, and the politicians just do whatever they say. They don't want to allow stablecoins to give fees to protect the banks. So that's one of the big issues. Another one, I think, was tokenization. There was something about not allowing tokenization, and that would be a big, huge problem. So Kyle Dupes from Crypto Banter says, Coinbase pushing back didn't surprise me. What did stand out was Armstrong saying the quiet part out loud. Banks don't want competition. If banks can lend, but crypto firms can't, that's not regulation, that's protection. Totally agree. Total Senate meetings matter because this stopped being crypto versus regulators. It's banks versus on-chain finance. And whoever wins decides who gets to offer financial products next cycle. That's what it is. They're just trying to stop. They're trying to protect banks from innovation. The banks need to innovate. Come on, get with the program, banks. BOFA, Bank of America CEO warns that interest-bearing stablecoins could drain $6 trillion from U.S. banks. And Gary Cardone says, yes, exactly. It's called competition, sir. Exactly. This is a free market, supposedly. John Squire says, clarity over chaos. Brad Garlinghouse says, from St. Moritz event, the market structure bill isn't perfect, but it's better than nothing. We must keep working. We are close. Sounds a lot like garbage to me. These are major, huge problems, like big changes that need to be made. They can't just pass any bill just to say they passed a bill. Crypto Rover says, this is wild. SEC Chair Paul Atkins, all U.S. markets will be on-chain within 2 years. Yes, that's if the Clarity Act allows for it. If it doesn't allow for it, then that's not going to happen. So let's see. Just in, U.S. Senator David Harold McCormick is urging lawmakers to act fast on crypto policy. He warns that without clear market structure legislation, capital innovation will continue to flee the United States. Bottom line, regulatory clarity isn't optional anymore. Market structure must pass. This is the goal of the Trump administration. They want to get technology, crypto technology, to be front and center in the United States. They want to be the leader. And if they're dragging their feet, if they're too slow putting these laws out, well, that's not going to happen. Rand Noor says, privacy is quietly becoming the biggest trade of 2026. ZEC is up 10x in a few months. XMR just broke out aggressively. Privacy went from being treated like a crime to be reframed as a basic human right. Now, I don't mean to be critical, but I do remember Rand watching a video like about a month ago, and he was like, or 2 months ago, he was like, yeah, I'm not chasing new narratives anymore. I learned my lesson. I'm just going to buy quality projects long term. Hey, I get it. When a narrative starts going, you want to get involved, you want to buy, you get the FOMO. And also you have to have stuff to talk about. He provides a lot of good information, a lot of alpha, I guess. And so, it's good to talk about stuff. And a lot of times when you're talking about stuff, the stuff goes up. But you don't want to hold it too long because usually it goes back down. As I mentioned in a comment, I do remember Oasis. Oasis was big, very big before. A lot of people were waiting for Oasis to come back. But Oasis, like, nobody's talking about Oasis anymore. Also, there was Secret. Wasn't as popular as Oasis, but it was another one that pumped big time in 2021. And, where is it nowadays? It still exists, but nobody talks about it. So, I mean, the narratives, they just come and go. Stuff goes up a few months, might climb into the top 100, and then it just kind of fades, goes back down. It might still hang around. Some hang around. But, I think it's better to mostly just buy the good stuff. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana. I don't really have Bitcoin or Ethereum, but Solana, Chainlink. Buy some of the top coins that are getting used, that are getting adoption. BNB chain, although it's kind of on the high, more expensive level right now. And then this other stuff, play around, buy it, goes up, sell it. Anonymous Crypto Prediction says the amount of people that think Bitcoin will reach new all-time highs in 2026 just proves my point of the top being in. So many people think BTC will follow gold. Laugh out loud. I see not many learn from their lesson from the last cycle. Keep listening to big influencers, though. They're definitely not industry plants. Well, I mean, he's saying the same thing. I mean, he's doing the same thing as he says the big influencers are. He's making predictions. My channels are new, but I don't make predictions because nobody knows. They're always wrong. It's just making predictions like people like, what's this, Elio from Elio Trades, or Alex Becker. I mean, these guys are like considered, authorities in crypto, and it's like they're making these predictions nonstop, and they're wrong all the time. And it just makes you look bad. Like, just don't make predictions. Nobody knows what the market's going to do. I mean, I think with everything that's happening, all the adoption, everything, I mean, I think we have a chance of things to keep going up, at least Bitcoin to keep going up, because all coins are obviously in some kind of terrible bear market. But I think we have a good chance for that to change now, because they've been doing terrible for a long time. And I think some altcoins are just overcorrected. I mean, a lot of it is hype. But there's a lot of good altcoins that are very, very low. Like Near. Near is near its low. Near is near its low, and it's very high in metrics, in many different metrics, like in users and developers. And I mean, there's lots of blockchains like that. I think that should be worth a lot more, even if they were worth too much in 2021. Mr. Crypto Whale says, Rhode Island introduced a new bill that would remove taxes on small Bitcoin payments. Adoption is accelerating. That is good. The Bitcoin Historian. Just in, grocery store giant Carrefour is now offering 20% discounts on Bitcoin payments. It has over 14,000 stores across 40 countries. Okay, well, they say down here just one store is offering that. But hey, that's good. Yeah, I'm familiar with Carrefour because my wife is French, and we go to France a lot to visit the family. And Carrefour is just like it's like a big store with everything, a lot of food, and then they have like some clothes and toys and stuff like that. DVDs, which I like. One of the few places that still sell DVDs and Blu-rays. Captain Bitcoin says, Trump me aseguraré de que el futuro de... Oh, I'm sorry. I started reading in Spanish. Trump is saying that the future of crypto and Bitcoin, he's assuring us it's going to be done in the United States. He's going to make sure that we can hold our own crypto. We can safely hold our own crypto. Terrible job of translating. Jim Cramer says, I don't believe Bitcoin can reach 500,000, let alone 1 million. That's improbable. Looks like we're hitting 1 million soon. Of course it's probable. I mean, inflation. Hello, inflation. If there's no inflation, I'll be like, no. Maybe 500,000. But I mean, with inflation, I mean, come on. Inverse Kramer is definitely gonna work this time. Iced says, some of these will make new highs this year. Oh, goodness. Fartcoin, Bonk, Pepe, Dodge, Mog, Whiff, Sheeb, Popcat, Chill Guy, I don't know. Some of these definitely will if we have just a little altcoin run. If we have a little optimism, these will pump back up. Some of them might be forgotten, but some of them will definitely pump back up. I mean, Dogecoin will definitely go high. Pepe definitely. Pepe has had some serious staying power. Amazing. I should have bought that. I heard about it when it was still quite low, but oh well. Crypto Michael, I don't think you realize the magnitude of the move that will unfold when Bitcoin breaks back above 110,000. It will redefine the meaning of the word parabola. Everyone is now convinced we're in a bear market, and that is a dead cat bounce, the perfect storm. So this dude has like a total opposite opinion of the other guy I just put on screen. Nobody knows. Absolutely nobody knows, but everything is in favor. Incoming liquidity, the money supply is going to grow. It's already starting to grow. Very soon we've got all the laws in favor of crypto in America. I mean, it's just everything is in favor. At some point, it's going to push things. It's going to push things up. Why is the U.S. sending money to the entire world? This Mark Meta. We are 35 trillion in debt. Our citizens are struggling, yet we send billions to 197 other countries. Half your paycheck is taxed and given to the people who hate us. We are being exploited. I always wondered the same thing. I'm like, why? I see like Trump like cutting funding. I'm like, don't like cut the funding. Just eliminate the funding to all countries. Why are they sending money to countries? Like, it's just like we borrow. Well, I don't actually live in the U.S., but I'm American. Like the U.S. borrows money and then they're borrowing money and then they're sending borrowed money to people. It's just so dumb. Stop sending money to different countries. Totally agree. Plan B. Well, the famous guy who said we were going to 100,000 in 2021 with his stock to flow model, and he was wrong, but everybody believed him. No offense. It's okay. You want to make predictions? Yes, new all-time highs in 2026, 2027. 75% think we will make a new all-time high. I mean, I think, dude, like, we got a whole year ahead of us. Heck yeah, I would say 99.9999% chance we're going to make an new all-time high with all the adoption, all the institutional adoption coming in, all the banks. All the banks are converting the system to stable coins. I thought this was funny. Oh, wow, that's too loud. Where I store my hardware wallet. This dude's building a big trench. Anyways, it's kind of long, but yeah, I thought that was funny. Michael Saylor, bears can't play chess. I don't really get it, to tell you the truth, but I thought it was interesting. What do you guys think? Is this funny? What's the point of this? And then I just want to finish off with this post I saw from Cody Sanchez, nothing to do with crypto, but it says, people dumber than you are winning just because they started. So we have down here guy says, just build. Guy says, just build. And then in the middle, we have the guy says, but I need a perfect idea, an MBA, product market fit, and 24 months of runway first. Yeah, I mean, you just got to do stuff and then try to make it better and just try to keep improving it. Try to see what works, what doesn't work. Is it helpful? Do people find it helpful? Are you making a difference at all? And yeah, you got to do stuff. I know people like this. I'm like this, and I mean, I have other faults, but anyways, that's it. I wanted to give a little inspiration to finish the video, and I will see everybody on Monday.